Demeaning and damning Hinduism has always been a practicing trend among the left-leaning politicians. These are among those who filed an affidavit against Lord Ram's existence, have from time to time insulted and damned Hindu religion. Forget religion, they have also insulted Indian army. The left-leaning media disregards Veer Savarkar and have problem with him being taught in Rajasthan state board books. They also disregard the fact that the Nehruvian ideology, which they swear by, is a product of Western imperialist thought process, and also Congress, which itself was established by A.O. Hume, a Britisher. Leftists and the congressmen have supported artists who have painted Hindu gods and goddesses in bad light, and have supported those who have issued unnecessary fatwas against writers by blaming them of blasphemy. Such double standard of theirs. They are also the leaders who do selective outcry on incidents of violence with minorities, but disregard the eventuality of violent attacks on the majority community. They called India intolerant without actually knowing what intolerance is, without actually knowing what is happening to Ahmadiyas in Pakistan, to Kurds in Iraq, to Rohingyas in Myanmar, to Hong Kong protesters and Uyghur community in China. The idea of India was drafted in secular terms and not in pseudo-secular terms, where some politicians would play the card of minority appeasement to garner vote bank. In fact, Gandhi was never ever in favor of continuation of Indian National Congress as a party, as he feared a future Congress system, as quoted by renowned political scientist Rajni Kothari. Over here, I would like to share one anecdote. Now, left emerged as an offshoot of communism, which previously aimed to establish a stateless and classless society. But in its endeavor to do so, it established dictatorship at the helm of affairs of countries such as China, Russia, and the like. Communist political leaders like Mao, Stalin ruled China and Russia with one-child policy and iron fist rule respectively. This sort of communism was never ever imagined by Marx and Lenin when Marx and Lenin had written Communist Manifesto. Talking about communist China, it boasts of being a communist state, but instead is not the one. By stretching his tenure for an indefinite period, Xi Jinping actually established a dictatorship, as can be seen in the way people are not even allowed to criticize its government or in the way Hong Kong protesters are fired upon. Take a look at Tibetans Uyghurs, who have met the same fate as that of the Hong Kong protesters. Hence, communism ultimately led to domino theory effect, which later on justified China's expansionist policies, as that can be seen as how it has occupied Tibet and it's in hurry to occupy Indian territories of northeast like Arunachal Pradesh. Communism was an ideal philosophy, as envisioned by Marx and Lenin, but its misinterpretation in the modern world by some has given the world political Hitlers like Mao, Stalin, Castro, and Jinping, who might have given a boost to their country's economy but have destroyed the very democratic ethos of their respective countries.